Here's the thing, you can scale an agency from 0 to 10k a month in literally 3 months, but you could also scale an agency to 10k in 3 years. And the difference between those two scenarios is what I'm going to be going through in today's video, through the context of a brand new agency that I just launched from scratch. It's called Mason Flow. This is the agency, that's the logo. I documented this whole process on YouTube, literally going through the entire step-by-step of launching this agency. I'm not going to bore you with the details, you can go and watch the thing for yourself. It's hours and hours worth of free content that you can go ahead and implement. We built the brand foundations, okay, so the website, the name, we randomly selected a niche and the location, we built the landing page as well, all of the outreach scripts, we typed out email and cold calling, and we created a lead magnet from scratch. I say I did this, and marketing, AI marketing strategy as well, the whole lead magnet, and then the paid ad strategy for that as well, and an initial ad mock-up, okay? You can go and watch the whole thing. I'm not going to show you these things now. Hopefully we'll just throw up some B-roll so you can see that as I'm talking about it. And I'm going to give you this whole agency for free. I'm going to give it to one of you guys on this channel, okay? It's no use to me because I own a multi-7-figure agency called Affluent.co. I've been in this industry for 7 years now, okay? I don't need another agency at this point, and I get more satisfaction seeing you guys succeed. That's why I help and educate people start agencies of their own. I launched another series like this last year called Reno Reach. I actually signed up some clients and gave the whole agency away again for free. Now this time round, I'm also going to give one of you a MacBook Pro and 12 months access to the agency software Go High Level, okay? And all we need to do is comment down below and let me know why you're starting an agency. And at the end of this video, I'm going to let you know exactly when I'm going to announce the winner, okay? Don't sleep on this video because it's going to be in a couple of days' time, so you're going to miss out on it. If you've already entered, you still need to know exactly how I'm going to announce this winner, so go check that out. But the purpose of this video is not to show you Mason Flow, but to now plan how I would hypothetically scale this agency to 10k a month. Because I know I could scale this agency to 10k in 30 days. Other people, it could take them 3 months. Some other people would take them 3 years. And the difference between those things is what I'm going to be highlighting. The exact path that it takes and the differences between the people that it takes a long time for and the people that really narrow it down. What do they know that you don't know right now? And I've helped people do this again and again and again. In fact, instead of me just talking about it, I feel like every time I'm like talking about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I've helped loads of people start agencies. And for those of you that don't know me, it's just like, okay, all right, man, like, show me. So this is Affluent Academy. And this is one of our B2C, this is our B2C program. We help people launch and scale. So this is for beginners. And if I haven't even gone on this today, but if I go on celebrations, you can guarantee that someone today has been signing up clients. We have a process called ring the bell, where they ring the bell when they've signed up clients. So James, 5 clients signed, there we go, 6 hours ago. 15 hours ago, Kevin signed a client, 3 clients signed, and you get the idea. So on and on and on and on, literally every single day people are posting. There you go, Benjamin. 10k a month, okay, 10 days ago, signed up another client for 2,400, hit 10k a month in his agency, awesome. Harry hit 20k a month in his agency 11 months after joining the program, okay, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on. There's a 9k deal signed there, another 9k deal signed there the day after from a wow, 11 clients signed here, 20 clients. So you get the idea, 730 ring the bells, and this is just the people that are ringing the bell. Think about all the people that haven't got the time, that forget, that just can't be bothered. Okay, we've done this for years now. I truly understand what it takes to scale agencies successfully, and I recognize the differences between the people that do and the people that don't. And it's very important you understand these things as well if you want to be successful. If you're watching this series right now, I'm guessing you're not doing it for entertainment value. I'm going to presume that you're doing it because you genuinely want to get out of the position that you're in life right now, because you genuinely want to start a successful business. And so pay attention to this, because I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm going to reveal all of my cards right now and let you know exactly what it takes to get to that point. So get rid of all your tabs, get pen and paper, and write this stuff down intently, okay, as if you're in a lecture or something. I don't care. So let's go through yourself first, because I think you yourself, and I know, you yourself are the biggest bottleneck in scaling your agency. It's not what you know, it's who you are, okay? So who you are is really the biggest bottleneck and the difference between yourself and myself, okay? The difference between you and Harry, that scaled to 20k a month in just 11 months, is who you are. You're not Harry. And so how do you become a little bit more like Harry without changing fundamentally who you are? Actually, I say that some of you guys do need to change fundamentally who you are if you want to be built for success. Because the truth is, if you yourself and your chemical makeup right now and your mentality, if you were meant to be a 10k a month agency owner, you would already be one. And there is a reason why you are not one right now. And so there might be fundamental things that you need to change within your life in order to become that person, okay? And so let's have a look at our habits, let's have a look at our routine, let's have a look at how often or how well we are sleeping, let's see how well we are studying, okay? And most importantly, let's establish whether we actually fucking want it. Like, do you actually want this? And really consider that. Do you want it because you want it? Not because Andrew Tate shows you that starting an online business is cool, or that you follow me and you're like, Jordan lives a good life, I want to start an agency. Like, do you actually want to start a business? And normally the precursor to that is, am I in a position I want to get out of right now? Because the truth is, if you're not in a position of pain, if you're not in a position that you want to change, then you're really going to struggle to make that impact, to stay motivated, to put in the work required, okay? So the first difference, okay, between you and me and Harry and all these guys that are doing really well is they actually want it. Like, they actually want it. Okay, they don't just say they want it or think they want it. They genuinely want it. And normally this goes hand in hand with them being backed into a corner of some sort. Okay, maybe they just quit their job and now they need to replace their income. Maybe they need to provide for a family member, or maybe they've got children and they're just tired of just not being able to provide the life that they want to provide. They genuinely want it, and that's the thing that marries all of them. And I don't care what that reason is, it just needs to be a strong reason. I've got plenty of videos on this channel where I talk about this, and maybe we can link some down below. So you need to want it, okay? And then you also have to have the capacity to hit targets. What you need to understand about the agency business model, it's one of the, if not the most simple business models that exists on this planet. It is just person A, which is you, going to person B, which is a business owner, and we're just selling a service, okay? And that service, normally as an agency, just so happens to make that person money, okay? As a business, like, the best services we can sell are ones that either make people money or save people time, okay? Two are the most valuable assets on the planet, okay? And so, in order to sell said service, what we need to do is reach out to as many people as possible, okay? And then when we reach out to those people and sign them up, we need to have a high success rate with all of those people. And an agency really is just an algorithm of numbers. And once we understand those numbers and how to manipulate them, we can truly craft and mold the business that we want around our existing lifestyle. And so all of these people that you've seen, they understand that they need to hit targets. And I'm actually going to run through some specific targets that you guys can follow. Like, I can't stress this enough, guys. Like, if you actually follow the stuff I'm going to go through today and you actually implement this stuff for yourself, you will build a successful agency. And I'm not promising you that you're going to do it in 3 months. Some of you, it's going to take a little bit longer than that. Some of you will do it quicker than that. The rest depends on you and your mentality and who you are. But the information and the what and the how, I'm going to be running through today, okay? So you need to be able to hit targets. And finally, what separates you and I and you and Harry is you have to be coachable, okay? Now, right now, you might be looking at some of these thinking, Jordan, this is me. I am this guy, okay? Cool, embody it. Become that person. Do the thing you need to do. It's all well and good saying you're this person, but do you act like the person, okay? Are you even who you say you are? Think about that. Are you even who you say you are? Who you say you are to yourself, who you say you are to your friends, who you say you are to your own mother? Would you just like talking about it? Okay? We need to embody this person. And I'm guilty of this myself. I was for years the kid that I would sit there at parties and late at night with friends, and I'd just be like smoking a joint, and I'd be drunk and whatever. I'd just be like, oh, I'm going to do this thing, man. I'm going to build this business and I'm going to be successful. And yeah, I'm going to think of the next Uber. And yeah, I can't wait till we're millionaires. And when I make it, we all make it, boys. Let's do this. For years, like, as far as I can remember, 14, 15, 16, especially when I was in university, I just talked the talk, but I never walked the walk. And I never started walking the walk until pain was so much in my life that I just realized that I would never be happy and fulfilled in myself if I didn't get off my arse and actually do something about it. Okay, so, and I think this is so important to understand, like, the things that I'm preaching to you right now, I'm not saying this to be a dick, I'm not saying this to be arrogant in any way, shape or form, I'm saying this because I wish someone said it to me when I first started. I wish somebody drilled this into me, because I needed to hear all of these things, and I sucked art on all of these things. Like, I didn't want it enough, I didn't hit targets, I wasn't coachable. And it's not until I changed these things that I became the right person that actually deserved success, okay? So what do I mean by being coachable? I mean being open to being coached, being open to other people's opinions, being open to different ways of doing things, and actually just not being an arrogant tosser, okay? When I first started my agency, I thought I could do it all myself. I thought I had it all figured out, okay? Now, fortunately, I'd been in sales, and so I'd already been coached to some degree, and so I had a bit of an unfair advantage, and I scaled to 10K in 3 months. I signed up my first client in a couple of weeks, okay? But it took me a lot longer to push past other bigger mental and financial barriers, okay, to hit that 100K month, for example. It wasn't until I accepted that I needed to be coached, I needed to accept outside help and guidance, okay, in order for me to reach that level. And all these people that you've seen, Harry and so on, okay, all of them have remained coachable because I have coached them myself, okay? And I'm not saying you need to be coached by me, you just need to be coached by someone, okay? Because if you knew what you needed to know, then you'd already be successful, okay? You'd already have a big agency. Okay, so it's who we are, and what else? There's another thing. It's what we know, okay? The difference between me being successful and you being successful, yes, of course, there is mentality, but it's what I actually know. It's the information I have in my brain. It's knowing, okay, I need to sign up clients, and then actually having the skill set to go out and sign those clients. It's all well and good me saying, okay, guys, you need to build a lead list. You need to start selling, okay? But you need to know how to do those things. And I think I do a pretty good job on educating you guys on YouTube. You could literally go and build a 10K a month agency with the information I put out for free online. Okay, you have to just apply that information and really study it. But I'm going to break it down in simple forms to you right now. Okay, so let's go through it. First of all, we have to build our foundations. Okay, let's go through the whole path actually, and I'm going to set you some targets as well, and we can actually we can get this stuff nailed once and for all. Make this the last video you watch until you actually get started, until you actually make this happen. And for those of you guys that have already got started, just bring it back to basics. Get rid of everything that you're doing right now and just focus on this progression path. Trust me. So we've got our foundations. This is what we've done in this series. Okay, we built the Mason Flow foundations. We've got all that stuff. We've got the website. We've got the name and all of that. Okay, and then we need to find some clients. Okay, so we're going to have to do some lead gen. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to sign clients. So we're going to have some meetings. Then we're going to fulfill our service. And I don't care what service you offer. Doesn't matter to me. It needs to be something that you're interested in. It needs to be something that either saves a client time or makes them money. If you're stuck, then ads is a nice place to start. Okay, lead gen or something like that, local business. Okay, and then we're going to have to hire a team. So this is the progression of an agency, right? We lay our foundations, we find clients, we sign them up, we fulfill service, and we hire a team. Okay? Now, most people, 99% of agency owners, they just stop in between each of these stages and they struggle to break through. You might think that's obvious, okay? Well, I'd started my foundations and I couldn't get to finding clients. I then couldn't get to signing clients, couldn't get to fulfilling service, couldn't get to hiring clients. Well, obviously I haven't scaled the 10K month agency yet. What I mean is most people don't progress because they get stuck in a cycle of overthinking. Most people don't build a successful agency because they are constantly focusing on the wrong things. They think, oh, let me just build my agency and my website and then I'll launch. Let me just write my scripts and then I'll launch. Let me just get 100 leads and then I'll launch. Let me just focus on this back-end flow or this new concept or this new AI bot that I just saw on YouTube, and then I'll start my agency. You're in this constant state of overthinking and procrastination, okay? So much so that you're never actually working on the productive tasks that are going to progress you to the next level. And the real secret to building a successful agency and progressing is obsessing over one thing and one thing only at any one time. And that one thing will only change when you are progressing to the next stage here. Okay, so let's go through what that one thing actually is, and I'll give you some frameworks for how you can actually stick to that. So when you build your foundations, how are we going to do this? Let's do some text, okay? So when we build our foundations, the absolute basics, and so these are literally only fundamentals. What I'm going to be going through right now are the necessities in scaling an agency. Anything other that is not a necessity should be completely ignored. Anything other than what I go through on this screen right now should be ignored completely. Okay, so first things first, we need a website. Okay, that's it. It can just be a simple landing page. I'm going to call it a landing page because it's going to be one page and it's going to be really simple. And you can just replicate what I've already done in this series if you like. Okay, so you need Right, before that, we need a name, we've got a landing page, we have a niche, and we have a service. That is all we need. That is literally everything that we need. Okay? So these are our foundations. Focus on these 4 things, and then we'll have scripts as well. Okay, so our outreach scripts. Because at the start, we're going to reach out to people. We have to think about how we're actually going to sign up clients. Like, let's be realistic here. When you're first starting out, there are really just 2 ways to sign up clients. Let's just call it 3 ways. First one is outreach. So we're going to reach out to people. We're going to either send them emails, we're going to do DMs, we're going to do cold calls, we're going to go door to door, and this is the order. Door to door is king, then it's cold calling, then it's DMs, then it's email, in that order, okay? And it's also in the order of which is the most intimidating, the most scary, and that is for good reason. I think that is what life does to us. It gives us the most challenging things are always the most rewarding and the most fruitful. So think about that, okay? Most people, 99% of people who even watch this video, please don't let that be you, they're going to start from the bottom. They're going to do email, then they're going to do DMs, then they might try cold calling, and they'll definitely never do door to door, okay? Go from the reverse, go door to door, go cold calling, do all the hard shit, do the shit that other people aren't willing to do, and you will get the result that they cannot get, okay? So we've got outreach, then we've got networking. I cannot recommend enough getting yourself out there in person and showing your face. We're in a trust epidemic, okay? People do not trust people right now, and so especially not online. Where if we get in front of people, we can actually get seen, we can actually meet people in the local area, you're going to be able to sign up your first couple of clients. So have a look online, go to some networking events. The final thing is going to be referrals. It's going to be existing network. Who do you know in your vicinity? Can you post on social media? Let people know you're starting an agency. Make it known. Get yourself seen. And then get some referrals from people. You'll be surprised at who you've got around you. So outreach, networking, referrals. Cool. This is all we need to do. Don't do anything else. If you're working on anything else right now outside of foundations, stop it. It's just not worth your time. Okay, out of these 5 things. Cool. Then what have we got? We've got finding clients. Okay, so finding clients, all we need to do is we need to get a list of 200 leads. Okay? In fact, I'm going to say 100 leads. Get a list of 100 leads. This is all you really need to get yourself off the ground. This is all you really need to get your first few meetings. Because realistically, what's going to happen is you're going to get anything from 2 to 6 meetings from this. No joke. And that's if you cold call. If you send emails and DMs, you're not going to get 2 to 6 meetings. You need to cold call. If you do door to door, you're definitely going to get 6 meetings. If you go door to door and 100 leads, you're going to get way more than 6 meetings. I'd hazard the bet you're going to get 10 meetings. Okay, I'm going to put 2 to 10. If you go door to door, you'll smash it, believe me. And this is all we need. We need 100 leads. Okay, and then every week, all we're going to do is we're going to spend roughly, in fact, we can do this daily. You can do 1 hour per day lead gen to sustain the rest that you need, okay? If you can afford to do so, then pay people to lead gen for you on your behalf, right? Next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to reach out to those clients, okay? So to actually get those meetings, so we're going to do lead gen. To actually get those meetings, I'd reach out to 25 companies a day, outreach. Simple, do that, okay? Then what we're going to do is going to sign up those clients. And we're just going to obsess over, I'm saying 25 companies a day. Right, this is if you're working like a part-time, fuck off, come on. This is if you're working like a full-time job right now. If you're full-time in your agency, then you could easily be reaching out to 80 companies a day, okay? I used to cold call 150 companies a day. So do with that what you will. Signing up clients, you're going to have a 20% close rate. Okay, which means 1 out of 5 client meetings equals a client signed. You're going to charge anything from $500 to $1,000 for a client, and you're not going to be afraid. You're going to be open to free trials. Okay? I don't care who you are, I don't care what you've done, I don't care what your accolades are. If you're just starting an agency, be open to free trials. Free trials is your opportunity to get the single most important and valuable asset that we can have as an agency owner, and that is case studies. And case studies are leverage. Leverage is the most important thing as we grow and scale. And we have to start from the bottom. We have to eat shit, to be honest. We have to really focus on just getting ourselves out there and proving to people that we are who we say we are. Okay? And then we can do what we say we can do. And one of the best ways to do that is by offering free trials if we get pushed back in the meeting. If we're jumping on a meeting with someone and they're like, I've been burnt by agencies before, look, I'm one of your first clients, I don't trust this, be like, look, I know how you feel and I know this will work for you, so let me do this for free for you for a month. And then after that month, you can pay me money, but I'm going to prove to you what I can do. Okay, and in that time period, you're going to show them and you're going to get a great case study, and that case study is worth infinite. That case study, one single great case study is worth way more than $1,000 because you can use and leverage that case study over time. And with every case study you unlock, you get more and more leverage, you unlock better quality clients, you make more money, you can hire a team, you progress through this whole path. Okay, case studies, I'm going to put this above here. Case studies are the most valuable asset that we can have. So I'm going to put that there. Okay? In fact, I'm going to put all the North Stars here. And I'm going to put this. In fact, we're not even going to bother going into hire a team right now because you don't need a team. You can hit 10K a month without a team. You might need one team member. That is it. Okay? And it's just like, and that's always just going to be service only. In fact, let's not even get into that. I don't even want to like get stuck into to hiring a team right now. So here's the thing. These are the things at the top here that we should be spending all of our time doing. These are the only things that we should be obsessing with at every stage of our journey, okay? And we only focus on the next thing when we have got past this stage. So if we haven't signed up any clients yet, then we need to be focusing all our time on generating enough leads for the next day. That is all we need to do. And hitting outreach KPIs. Okay, and by outreach KPIs, I mean between 20 and 80 companies a day that we outreach. Okay, and I hate saying numbers like reach out to 20 or 80 companies a day. Like, I hate saying that because what it does is it limits people to what their capacity is. I could reach out to well over 150 companies every single day. In my agency, we reach out to over 1,000 companies every day because we have the team capacity to do so. But as an individual, you could easily reach out to over 150 companies a day. So please don't take these numbers and think, that's the only target I need to go for. The more you put in, the more you'll get out. This is an input-output business. The more work you put into the business, the more results you will get on the back end, and the more money you will make, the quicker you will scale. It really is as simple as that. Okay? So set targets that you can realistically hit and stick to them every single day and follow them. That's how people like Harry scaled to 20K in 11 months. That's how people like me got it in 3 months. That's how people like Charlotte, okay? Let me see if I can show you Charlotte. Where's Charlotte? Let me get Charlotte up right now. 1 second. I've said it now. Here, this is Charlotte. Charlotte went from 0 to 10K a month in 10 weeks. Okay? She went from 0 to 10K a month in 10 weeks. That is under 3 months of signing her first client. How did she do that? She did this. She hit her outreach KPIs every single day, and she generated enough leads per day for the next day. Okay? And if you've got money on your side, you can really skip this part because you can pay someone else to generate leads for you. It's pretty cheap. You go on somewhere like Fiverr. It is well worth the investment, and that's all Charlotte did to hit that figure, okay? And then all you do once you start getting meetings is you try and optimize for a 20% close rate. Now, this is a pretty low close rate. We now close at over 40% with every single client that we speak to that is qualified. Sometimes it's more than that depending on the closer. But in the early stages, you need to be realistic. You're realistically going to close 1 out of the 5 meetings that you actually have show up, okay? So optimize for this. And if your close rate is above this, then don't be focusing on like, I need to now have some post-call follow-up process, and I need to make sure that my pitch deck is better, and then I need to focus on getting a ghosting flow set up. And all this just bollocks. It is just noise. It is just procrastination. It is just a reason for you to not put in the actual work and be focusing on the task at hand. You need to understand that your mind is going to do everything that it can. Your subconscious is going to do everything in its power to not make you do the stuff that you need to do, okay? You're going to procrastinate. You're going to veer off course. So just have these benchmarks. If you're closing at above 20%, don't do anything else apart from focus on getting more leads on the front end. More meetings, more clients signed, that's all you need to do. And then when it comes to fulfilling a service, your obsession needs to be collecting case studies. Case studies are the most valuable asset that we can collect as an agency owner. And the way that we get great case studies, the way that we get great service is just by doing the thing. There is no amount of theory that you could learn and is going to prepare you to deliver the results that you need to deliver to your clients to get great case studies. To get great case studies, to deliver a great result, the truth is you need good experience. And we get good experience through repetition of working with a number of people, okay? No amount of YouTube videos, no amount of courses, no amount of coaching will prepare you to be an absolute killer at service. The only way you become a killer at service is by obsessively working with a specific niche over a specific time period, okay, or over an elongated time period. And with every single client that you sign, and with every single mistake that you make, which you will, you're going to get better, and you're going to get better, and you're going to get better. And of course, if you do have mentorship and you have coaching calls that you can jump on, that is going to help you, that is going to aid you in your journey, because you can have qualified people that have already gone through the shit helping you succeed. But the truth is, if you rely too heavily on external forces, you're never really going to learn how to be a master of service yourself, because the only way we can do that is through failing forward and making the mistakes on our own. And say, okay, so case studies need to be prioritized above everything else, and fulfilling an incredible service needs to be the most important priority for us as an agency owner. But this is something you can't hack. You can only get there over time. And the truth is, all of these things need great time in order for you to succeed at them. All of them, and just doing anything in life successfully, requires consistency over time. Going to the gym and getting jacked or losing weight is consistency over time. Starting a business is consistency over time. Starting a sport and getting great at it is consistency over time. Okay, everything worth having is consistency over time. Okay, and the time that we spend and the quality of our time is the thing that we need to prioritize the most. Okay, every single day we need to spend 80% of our time on one thing. On the one thing that is the most important part of our business at any one time. And for all of you that are pre-10K, that one thing is getting as many meetings on your calendar as you possibly can. And anything else is just noise. Everything else is not necessity. In fact, I want you to write this down, and I want you to print this off or whatever you need to do, and put this on your desk. Stick this to your computer. Put on your computer, is this absolutely necessary? Is this absolutely necessary? So every time you're working on a task, every time you're watching a video, every time you're procrastinating, you look at that sign and you can think to yourself, is this absolutely necessary? And if no, then get straight back to that one thing that you need to be doing in order for you to hit 10K a month, which is going to be getting as many meetings as possible. Everything else that isn't on this screen right now is just noise. Now, of course, there is more to scaling an agency than just the things we see on screen right now. But these are the core fundamentals, the most important pillar tasks. And there are roadblocks in the way, there are intricacies and details. But it's important not to get lost in those details. And every single day, just remember that one core task that we should be working on that's going to progress us through to that next stage. And if you do this, you've got a chance of hitting 10K on your own. You've got a chance of hitting that milestone. And sure, it's going to take you longer than Harry or other members of our community that have an unfair advantage. But you will be able to get there over a period of time through stumbling forward yourself. That's how I did it myself. But the truth is, if you want an unfair advantage, if you want to get closer to somebody like Harry, or if you want to get closer to the results of someone like Charlotte, who hit 10K a month in 10 weeks, which isn't typical. She's an absolute animal. But if you want to scale an agency in the fastest time frame possible, the truth is you need a mentor. You need people guiding you through this process. Because entrepreneurship is lonely, and going at it alone, it's very hard to know what to change when you need to change something. If your close rate is less than 20%, how do you know what to change on your meetings without just guessing and hoping for the best? Now, ideally, you need somebody who can listen to those calls, who's already gone through this process, who's a master salesperson, who can identify the specific problem and where you're screwing up on your calls. So when you change that thing, you've got the highest chance of increasing your KPIs. Or when you're laying the foundations of your agency and you're coming up with a name and a landing page and a niche and a service, you can have an experienced agency owner looking at those foundations and signing them off and saying, you know what? Actually, I think we should do this differently. Or actually, that niche is quite saturated right now. Or actually, that service doesn't really make sense for this niche for these reasons. Because they've already been out there and done it and have a breadth of experience. Or when you're looking to set targets based on your specific circumstances, and we reverse engineer your goals, you know exactly the amount of outreaches you need to do on a daily basis in order to hit those goals. Because you've got a mentor who's speaking to you every single week, checking in with you and holding you accountable to those goals. And these are the kind of things you can gain access to when you join our program. We will mentor you for 90 days one-to-one. We will hold your hand through the entire process, and we will always make sure that at every stage of your growth, you'll have everything you need to be successful. And we guarantee you'll sign at least 5 clients, either your first or your next 5 clients, in 90 days of working with us. We're that confident that this will work for you. But you have to be willing to put in the work. And you have to be willing to be coachable and to be open to feedback. Because that's the true secret to growth. Being open to other people's feedback, being open to learning from people that have already done this. That's how we expedite growth. So if you want to apply for that, I'm going to put a link in the description. You can book a call with our team. We don't accept everybody. We do have limited spaces. But if you want to book a call with the team, we'll explore your options and we'll see if this is a good fit for you. And we would love to work with you one-to-one. We can explore how we can get you into a similar place as the guys that you've seen. Now, this, of course, is not a free opportunity. You will have to invest in yourself. It's very expensive for us to facilitate a team of experienced coaches who can work with you one-to-one. I invest a lot of my personal time into weekly coaching with our community as well. And, of course, in the development of our ever-growing education platform and learning materials. We literally give you every single resource, script, and so on that is working right now that you could use in your agency. So at every single stage of foundations, finding clients, signing clients, fulfilling service, hiring a team, we have you covered and we leave no stones left unturned. So you know exactly what you need to do at every single step of the journey, and you have a network and a community of incredible people that are on the same journey as you, all wishing your success. So if you want to book a call, I'll put a link in the description. Now, for those of you that aren't in the financial position to invest in yourselves right now, firstly, I know how it feels. I've been there myself. Trust me, I've been in thousands of pounds worth of debt. That's why from day one, it has always been my mission to give more away for free than other people will have you pay for. And I hope you can see that in this series, how much time and energy and effort I've put into over-delivering to each and every one of you and really giving you the how. Okay, showing you guys what to do. I think I'm the only channel on YouTube that actually shows agency owners how to do this shit. It doesn't just talk about the theory. Because the truth is, most of these guys don't know what they're talking about because they don't even own real agencies. I'm the only educator in this space that actually owns a real 7-figure agency, Affluent.co. Everybody else just talks on theory. Okay, so I'll always be in the trenches on your behalf. I'll always be continuing to strive to deliver and over-deliver value to all of you. But trust me on this one. When you make some money, when you sign your first few clients, invest in mentorship. It is the best thing I have ever done. And I'm saying this as someone that it took years for me to invest in myself and my own education. And I was handicapped for a very long time. And when I invested in mentorship, I doubled my revenue the second month and I never looked back. And my biggest regret in entrepreneurship is not investing in mentorship sooner. When you can offload the brain of somebody else who's already achieved the thing you're trying to achieve, it is second to none. I invest hundreds of thousands every single year into mentorship, and I will continue to do so for the rest of my entrepreneurship career. So when you have the means to do so, join a community, be surrounded by other people, and be guided by someone that's actually done it. You know, there comes a point in business where it doesn't make logical or rational sense not to pay for information, not to pay for mentorship. Because you could spend months trying to figure something out yourself, or you could just spend a couple of grand and have someone figure it all out for you because they've already done it. And what's worth more? Months and months of your time, or a little bit of cash? Cash is replaceable, it's dispensable, time you can never get back. And so I will always invest in myself to claim that time back, and you should do the same thing. Now, finally, the giveaway. I'm going to be announcing the winner of the Mason Flow series, or the Mason Flow agency, I should say, in our free agency owners community. I'm going to put a link in the description. It's on School. If you haven't already joined it, it's a free community. Okay, no payments. It's got some extra value in there. We put out a bunch of exclusive content. It's all agency owners and on the same journey as you, all at different stages. On Monday, the 8th of July, I'm going to be hosting a live call where I'm going to announce the winner of the Mason Flow series, and then, of course, the MacBook and the 12-month access to Go High Level. And if the winner of the Mason Flow series has joined the Affluent Academy between now and that live call, so if you join the Academy between now and then, I'll also refund your entire fee to join. So again, if you join the Academy between now and when we announce the winner of the Mason Flow series and you win Mason Flow, I'll give you your whole feedback. So you get 12 months worth of coaching, 90 days one-to-one, you get to work with me personally, and you get a ready-built agency. That's a recipe for success. I'll see you soon. Cheers.